Good morning. Welcome again to Geelong's Gym online YouTube channel for the yoga class. My name's Tony. Last few weeks I've been doing a quite intense practice. Just back off a little bit today. It'll be based loosely on the Ashtanga Vinyasa series. It's an expression, 1 hour of that first primary series. Once again, take modifications, take rest, enjoy yourself. Just rejoin the group when you need or want. Press pause if you're doing this later on. Let's begin. Come to your breath. We'll do this from standing. Let's come to the top of your mat. Standing nice and tall. I'm going to put some music on for us. As you're standing, as I'm playing with the music here, come to your breath. Take an inhale through your nose. Open your mouth to exhale and close your mouth as you're exhaling. Keeping your mouth closed, breathing in and out your nose. A little restriction in the throat, so you hear this sound of your breath, and this brings your mind internally. Come to your lower abdomen, draw it slightly in, up. And you feel the pelvic floor perhaps engage or lift. So listening to this breath and aware of your lower abdomen. And your gaze. Create a focus in your practice. You start with Surya Namaskara A and B. Wherever you are, take an exhale. Inhale, raising your arms to the ceiling, engage towards your thumbs, breathe in. On the exhale, fold forward, maybe your hands come to your thigh, shins, ankles, or perhaps to the floor as you fold for your first fold. Inhale, rise halfway, extend and look forward. Exhale, placing your hands on the floor and stepping or walking or in time jumping to maybe chaturanga or come to all the way to the floor if you choose. Engage your quads, lift knees. Inhale, come into Bhujangasana, this cobra perhaps, or up dog if it's your practice. We'll get there shortly. Exhale, knees back to the floor. Tuck your toes under and come to down dog. Spread fingers. Adjust your stance. And just listening to this breath, aware of your lower abdomen. And your gaze down the bridge of your nose. Just a couple more breaths here, opening your shoulders. Broaden your shoulder blades. On your following exhale, prepare to come top of your mat. So bend your knees, perhaps hip forward. Inhale, walk, step in your own time, jumping to the top of your mat, perhaps floating, controlling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reaching your hands to the ceiling, gazing to your thumbs. And exhale back to Samasthiti. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze to your thumbs. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half forward fold is Ardha Uttanasana, slight lift. Exhale, walk, step. Come to the floor into this push-up position, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into up dog as you chest through and shoulders back, engage your point toes. And exhale to a downward facing dog. So spread your fingers evenly apart. The length of your fingers pushing into the floor. You can have your knees bent, take pressure off your back, or perhaps you can straighten your legs. 3 more breaths. Exhaling and preparing to come top of your mat. Look forward, bend knees perhaps. Inhale, walk, step, float to the top of your mat as you lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reaching your hands to the ceiling, gaze to your thumbs. And exhale, Samasthiti. Again, inhale, inhale, inhale as you raise hands. Exhale as you fold. Exhale, exhale. Inhale as you lift slightly, extend, walk, step, or jump back. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Twist through, shoulders back. And exhale to down dog. Adjust if you need. Onto your breath. Spread fingers. Relax your heels to the floor. Your legs are straight. Draw your kneecaps up lightly. Your thighs back. One more breath. Inhale. On exhale, prepare, look forward, walk, step. Perhaps you jump to the top of your mat as you lengthen. Look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Lift your hands to the ceiling. Uttanasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Come to the what? Timinowicz. So inhale, bend knees. Come into Uttanasana. Chair position. Knees closed. Exhale, Uttanasana and forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Savasana, upward facing dog. Then exhale to downward facing dog. I'm going to step your right foot forward. So left heel grounded, right foot steps, warrior one as you inhale. Inhale finishes, your hands touch. Exhale, your hands back to the floor. And step back to Chaturanga. Or maybe choose to go to the floor. Inhale, up dog. Perhaps it's cobra for you. And exhale to down dog. Left foot's going to step. Inhale, ground right heel, left foot steps, right foot forward. That's the inhale. Exhale, hands back to the floor. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust perhaps. And create some stillness with your breath, your gaze. And awareness of your lower abdomen. Have some weight into the length of your fingers so you're not dumping it all into your wrists. One more breath. Exhale, look forward, prepare. Inhale, come off your mat, walk, step, jump perhaps. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend knees, come into Uttanasana. And exhale, Samasthiti. Stronger type. Inhale. Inhale, bend knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward folding. Inhale, rising halfway. Chaturanga in your own way. Exhale, walk, step, jump perhaps. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. Step your right foot. Inhale, right foot steps, warrior one, right side. Okay, so. Exhale, back to the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step left foot, round left, right heel, step left foot, raise arms, warrior one, left side. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Savasana, up dog. Exhale to down dog. 5 breaths. Observe your weight is all into your wrist. Bring it to your fingers. Perhaps you start to internally rotate your thighs in, your hips. Opening your sitting bones, lifting your sitting bones, sealing away from your heels. Your belly in. One more breath. Inhale. On exhale, prepare, look forward. Inhale, walk, step. Your own weight on top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Bend knees and inhale. Inhale, Uttanasana, inhale. Exhale, Samasthiti. Step and jump your feet, just hip width apart. Raise your heart to the ceiling and inhale. And exhale, folding forward, hands to your thighs, shins, ankles. Maybe holding your elbows if available, please fingers wrap around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Step Padangusthasana. And exhale, forward fold. You have your knees bent here, take pressure off your back. Incline, legs straighten. Kneecaps draw up. Your shoulders towards your hips. Your heart forward. Couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale here. Hold your elbow, swap your hand grip. Inhale, rise. Repeat, or perhaps go to Padangusthasana, so your palms underneath your toes, toes that crease your wrists, or just the previous version, maybe you're holding your shins or blocks. Exhale, once again, shoulders to your hips, but your heart forward, back of your neck long, sitting bones to the ceiling, thighs internally rotating towards each other. 3, 2 more breaths. Exhale here. Inhale, rise halfway. You release your hands to your waist as you exhale. Bend knees perhaps. Inhale, rise, standing. Exhale, step or jump your feet together into Sunday stitch. You're going to step your right foot back or face the screen. Step back out to the side. And come to Trikonasana on the right side. So turn your left heel out, right heel in. Exhale, reach out and lower the hand and come into Trikonasana. Turn your heart up to the ceiling. Extend your heart forward. Bring your shoulders back so your spine's in line, the center line of your mat. 2 breaths, 3 more breaths here. You can look at the floor for your balance, or perhaps to the raised hand. Another breath. Let's forward, inhale. For your balance on the exhale, look down. So with the breath, inhale, rise and turn your feet. That's the inhale. Exhale, enter the pose on the other side. So we're moving with the breath. Continuously, 4, 5 more breaths here. Do that raised hip back and up, or up and back. Your heart forward away from that raised hip, that right hip. You're looking at the floor perhaps, or perhaps to your hand. Another breath. On exhale, look down. On your inhale, rise. Rotating version, Padangusthasana Trikonasana, so turn, you place your hands on your hips, square your hips so that left hip forward, right hip back, raise that left hand. On your exhale, just another view, on your exhale, lower that left hand, place it onto your thigh, shin, ankle, maybe fingertips on the floor, perhaps on the outside, extend your heart forward, hip back and raise the right hand. Extend your heart forward, maybe turn, look up to your hand. 3, couple more breaths. Go back here. Inhale for 5. Exhale down, strong legs. Inhale, rise, turn, square hips, prepare for the other side. Raise the right hand, right hip forward. Exhale. Hand onto your shin, ankle, floor, outside, hand to the ceiling. You can even keep your hand on the small of your back as you raise your shoulder to the ceiling on your hand. Extend your heart forward, excuse my back. As your left hip goes back, your heart forward and turns up. 2 more breaths here. So that's 3. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. On exhale, look down. Inhale, rise, open your hands to a T, and exhale, step off your mat. Inhale, step slightly longer stance. Turn your feet, your left heel out, right heel in, hands out, extended side angle pose. Exhale, bend that front knee, you can place your elbow onto your knee, raise your hand to the ceiling, draw on your shoulders so your palm faces forward, and extended side angle here. Perhaps you place your hand onto a block or the floor. 2, it's a nice place to be. You don't want to sacrifice turning your heart down to the floor and placing it on the floor, your hand. Turn your heart up to the ceiling. Look under your armpit, perhaps on the floor for your balance. Incline towards your hand. 1 more breath here. Perhaps your hand was on the floor. Turn your heart up to the ceiling from your armpit or your hand. 3 more breaths. Extended side angle. So the reach and lengthen. The leg is strongly engaged, the rear. Last breath coming up. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise. Turn your feet. And gently lower your left knee to the floor. Rotating version of this pose. I'll just turn to the front. Do a mirror image for you. So raise your left hand. Exhale, bring your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Bring your hands into prayer position. This can be enough. Turn your heart, ceiling, elbow to the floor. If available, perhaps you release that hand to the floor, maybe on a block. You can then extend the rear leg. You can perhaps place that heel on the floor, raise the hand to the ceiling, or extend forward. Turn your heart up, look at your hand. Or stay in this version with your heart to your prayer position, wherever you are. Just 2 more breaths here. Last breath, inhale. On your exhale, look down. Inhale, rise. Turn. And lower your right knee to the floor. Raise your right hand. Exhale. Right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Excuse my back. So I'll come to the front here. So once again, heart up to your hands. Perhaps you straighten that rear leg or not. So the same variation you did on the other side, do on this side. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. You can look at the floor or up over towards the ceiling, over your left shoulder. Last breath. And exhale, look down. Inhale, rise. And exhale, step top your mat, Samastiti. Inhale, step your right foot back in, hands to your hips. Now, so as you, this time, your feet parallel to each other. I did to A, C, and D today. So inhale, raise your heart to the ceiling. Exhale, fold, hands on your thighs, shins. You're welcome to use blocks here, perhaps. Perhaps your hands on the floor or fingertips line your toes. Take an inhale, lengthen. And exhale, folding forward. Elbows in line with your wrists and your shoulders. Your fingertips pointing forward. Some weight forward of your heels. Your heart forward. Your heels into the ground, internally rotating your thighs. 2 more breaths. So 3 variations of this wide-legged forward fold. On your fold, inhale, rise just halfway by straightening your arms. Exhale, release your hands to your waist. Inhale, rise. Today we'll raise your hands to the ceiling. And exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers. As you can see, inhale, extend your spine, long, length. And exhale, folding. Hands away from the small of your back. So the outside edge of your feet are parallel to each other. Your lower abdomen drawn in. Some weight forward. Just extend your hands away from the small of your back. 2 more breaths. Lengthen your heart. Jack your sitting bones to the ceiling. For another breath. Exhale for 5. Bend knees perhaps. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release your hands to your waist. Version D. Inhale, lengthen your heart to the ceiling, long. Once again, fold your waist, hands to your thighs, shins, ankles, or peace fingers onto your toes. Take an inhale to create this length, extension of the spine. And exhale, bending your elbows out. Shoulders towards your hips. Heart forward. Elbows slightly out and slightly back. 2 more breaths. Lower abdomen in. And lifting of the sitting bones to the ceiling. Last breath. On your following inhale, just rise halfway. Inhale. straighten your arms. Exhale, hands to your waist. You can bend your knees here, take pressure off your lower back. Or inhale, rise. Open your hands to a T. And exhale, step top of your mat, Samastiti. Use a little balance here, tree pose. Hands to your waist. Inhale, bend your right knee. Open. Perhaps you can bring it up, maybe your hand to above the knee or below the knee, not on the knee, or onto the floor for your balance. So the knee comes that back, with that right hip forward. Just another breath here. Hands heart center, we'll stay there on your hips. Hands over your head. 3 more breaths. Maybe fingertips touching or apart. Shoulders opening, blades around, away from each other. 1 more breath, inhale. Your hands are over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale, draw your knee to center. Extend, just for 3 breaths. Lower that right hip. Point your toe, sternum up. Elbows out, slightly back. 2, 1 more breath. Inhale for 3. And exhale, lowering down, other side. Inhale, bend your left leg. Skin and skin is good for traction there. Once again, bubble below your knee, same variation. Get your balance. Open that left knee back, your left hip forward. Hands to heart center. Keep them at your waist or hands over your head. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Your hands over your head. Exhale to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, we all meet to the waist. Draw your knee to center. Extend. Internal rotation of the thighs towards each other. Pointing at the toe. Raise that hip so you're on lower. That left hip. Heart forward, tall rather than leaning back. So 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Vinyasa to Utkatasana. So inhale, raise hands. Raise the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward to Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walk step, jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Savasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Savasana. Bend knees, look forward. Inhale, walk step, jump top of your mat. Knees bent and come into this chair position, fierce pose, Utkatasana. Hands can be apart or together. A little bit of tucking your tailbone under, but still maintain an arch in your lower back, so don't overdo this. Come to your depth. Broaden your shoulder blades. Look forward, or look up, or perhaps look down for your balance. 3, 2 more breaths. Inhale. And evenness between your balls and your feet and your heels. So inhale for 5. Inhale. And exhale, folding forward, placing your hands on the floor. Fingers widely spread, step your feet back a foot, bend your knees, raise your heels, weight onto your hands. This can be enough. Perhaps you go to Bakasana, so you can bend your elbows and knees in the back of your triceps, look forward, raise your feet. Perhaps you extend your arms. So 5 reps. If you're up there, stay there. If you're not, don't just come here, bring some weight to your hands, draw your belly in, even if your feet don't come off the floor. If you're up, perhaps you're working towards straightening your arms. For 1 more breath, inhale. On exhale, lower your feet to jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Turn your left heel in. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Raise hands. Warrior 1. That left hip forward. Right hip back. Join your shoulder blades. Turn around to the side. So you're grounding that left heel. Hip forward. 3. Exhale for 4. We're going to practice normally move to the other side. We're going to go to Warrior 2 shortly. So inhale. Exhale 5. Open your hips So they'll close to open so you can widen the stance for warrior 2. Don't lean forward here. You're going to draw your spine back over your hips. Engage the middle finger of that right hand. Quadriceps engaged and turning out. Front knee bent towards the little toe. Little opening of the feeling of the opening of the hips. 2 more breaths. Belly in. Last breath coming up. Exhale for 5. Little vinyasa here. So inhale, windmill your hands and raise your rear heel. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Prepare your right heel. And you're going to step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Inhale, left foot steps. Arms raised. The grounding of both feet. The outside edge of your foot to the floor rather than rolling forward. The closing of the hip. 3 more breaths. Lower abdomen in. Shoulder blades open. In your front leg. So 1 more breath. 5. Inhale. Exhale. Come to warrior 2. Inhale. So open hips. Widen your stance. The same distance that you open your hips. 5 breaths. Draw yourself back. The rear hand to your spine is directly over your hips. Bend the front knee to your depth. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhaling. Windmill your hands. And step back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. Bend knees. Look forward. You can't talk about seated. You can jump here, you can jump. And the other way, just bring 1 leg forward. And the other, sit. Extend legs. I like to have a blanket. Sitting in your blanket. Creating this forward tilt, this anterior tilt of the hips. Dandasana. Nice and tall, spine up. Shoulders relaxed. Back your neck long. Chest up, chin down, just a couple breaths. Inhale, raise chin, look forward, reach with knees, shins, ankles and toes. Training this tall spine, so hard up. Then exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. So just 1 fold today. We did a couple standing. Internal rotate the thighs. Heart extends forward, back your neck is long. 3 more breaths. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale for 5. Inhale, rise. Exhale, rest your hands to your waist. Go straight to the next pose, Uttanasana. So you can just stay here and bring your hands back, raise your heart to the ceiling. Observe where your knees are. You can come into a tabletop here, raising your hips, or if available, legs straight to Uttanasana. Inhale, rise. Gently rotate thighs. Look forward perhaps. If available, look up and back. Thumb and index finger to the floor. Open your chest, raise your hips. Internally rotate the thighs. Exhaling, that's probably 3 now. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 4. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Strong head. Inhale. Inhale forward. And exhale. Lowering down back to Dandasana. Like the other weeks, we work on core strength here. So cross your leg. Bend your knees. And as you inhale, your hips back. Drag your heel back and lift hips. So inhale, back and up. Straighten your arms. Exhale, 1. Exhale, 2. 1 more breath. Raise hips, belly down. And gently lower down. Janu Shishasana. So inhale, bend your right leg. Open to the floor. Or perhaps onto a block or blanket. Belly towards a straight leg, reach for your foot. Make about this opening of that left, and exhale, folding forward, heel forward fold. Maybe it's up tall, maybe your hands are by your leg, holding or binding perhaps. Turn your navel towards the straight leg. And create a distance between that right knee and your navel. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Inhale, rise if you fold, just halfway. Exhale, reach your hands. Draw your knee in. Extend. Other sides, across your legs, single feet. Across your legs the other way. Then slightly. Inhale, draw your hips back and up over your heart. 1, 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale. Lowering down. Don't touch the other side. Inhale, bend your left leg. Open, knee and navel away from each other. Prepare. Nice long spine. Maybe you're up somewhere, perhaps you're lower. And exhale, full fold. Turn your navel towards the straight leg. Allow the bent knee. Make some distance from your navel as you open that left. Remember, always it's a straight leg. Perhaps you choose to have a bend to take pressure off your lower back. That's fine. Normal forward folds. Another breath. Inhale, rise, halfway. Exhale, on the in. This time inhaling across the legs. Like we're feeling weak. Heels in. Knees are narrow, so they're in. Roll over your ankles. Preparing for Malasana, so exhale, fold forward. Hands inside of your hips, halfway between knees and your ankles. It's a good place to start. Then inhale, rise. One heel towards your sitting bone. The other foot straightens, look forward. Straighten your arms. Exhale for 2. So raised heel towards your sitting bone. And exhale for 3. Uttanasana A and D. Inhale, bend your right leg. Inhale into that back step, bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, raise your right hand. Exhale, fold here. Maybe that's enough. If available, bind that right leg. Catch behind you. Open your chest, open your hips. Catch your forward folding. And there's this compression in that right hip. An opening of the hips as well, opening of the shoulders. Last breath. Uttanasana C. So inhale, rise. Exhale, release your hands. Walk that foot into your thigh or knee. Bring your now right hand behind you. Raise your left hand. Exhale, you can hug this knee. Heart up. Available, maybe elbow on the outside. Inhale, tall. And exhale, turn. Go to your shoulder. Inhale to tallness. Each exhale. Get a little turning back behind you. Let's do 3 more breaths. Lower abdomen in. Inhale. Exhale, forward. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, forward. Exhale, release. Cross your legs the opposite way. Roll in. Roll over. Bring on your heels, hands halfway between. The lower foot will help you raise the upper heel, your backside, your shin bone. Inhale, look forward. Straight arms, exhale, 1. Belly in, knees up to chest, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3, lowering down. Uttanasana A and C. On the left side, so bend your left leg. You step it slightly to the side, heel and toe out there, your right hand behind you. Inhale, raise your left. And exhale, fold. Perhaps your hand just come out. Perhaps you can wrap that arm around. And perhaps you can catch with the arm wrapped around the other hand. Open chest. Straight leg, toe to the ceiling, but try and relax that hip of the straight leg. And fold. 3, 2 more breaths. Belly in, heart reaching up or forward. Last breath. Exhale. Inhale, rise. In that left hand behind you, walk the left foot towards your thigh or knee. Inhale, raise the right hand. Exhale, hug the knee or elbow on the outside. Hugging is nice. Sometimes you try over hug, then your shoulders come up near your ears. You want to draw your shoulders down towards the floor, your heart up to the ceiling as you turn back, all behind you. Couple more breaths. Hugging the knee can be fine. Up on the outside, in time, maybe you have a bind here. On the following inhale, look forward. And exhale, release. Cross your legs. Roll over onto your knees in these narrow. So, Halasana. We'll bring our heels in. Inhale. Exhale, fold. If available, you raise everything. So you need to engage your belly and have your heels into your sitting bones here while your belly and chest is down. Then you inhale, raise, heels at back side. Exhale, 1. Try and straighten your arms. Exhale, 2. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Come down. Navasana, boat pose. Inhale, raise feet. And option to bring your toes on the ground, sternum up. Option to chin parallel to the floor or straight. You want to take pressure off your lower back, hands on your knees. Couple breaths here. Once again, you can maybe chin parallel to the floor or lightly touching with some engagement. Last breath. On exhale, cross legs. Roll over today. Chest, thighs. Inhale, lift. Slide, pause. Like we did earlier, Halasana. Exhale, down. Come back. Inhale. Exhale, 1 Navasana. 2 more Navasana, 5 breaths. Heart up. 2. 3 more breaths. A light internal rotation. Exhale for 5. So cross your legs the other way. Roll over, you can use your hands. Roll over your ankles. Chest on thighs. On your inhale, lift. Hold everything. Pause. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Navasana. Go higher, deeper, shallower. Hands under the small of your knees. 4 more breaths. Smooth breath. Belly in. 3, 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, lowering down. You have blocks. We'll do blocks today. So we'll put all that together in a little vinyasa here with the blocks. If you haven't got blocks, you can just use hands. So cross legs. Inhale. Draw back. Maybe you can slide your feet or walk your feet back. That's inhale, exhale, back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, come to seated. So perhaps you walk, step or jump. A couple of weeks ago we did those practicing with jumps. Might do that next week. Baddha Konasana. So, a blanket perhaps, a block, as long as your feet together. The first one nice and tall. So 5 breaths here. So we're creating this extension of the spine. So there can be sitting on the floor, can often create natural disposition to roll back and round. We're going to create this tallness, a blanket on the edge rather than on the blanket, and help tilt your spine forward. The knees out to the side, relaxing them. 4, one more breath. Exhale for 5. Look forward a metre or so. Extend your heart and reach your heart to that place. Don't overextend your chin, make it neutral to the top of your head and lengthen the back of your spine. Perhaps you just fold a centimetre or 2 or deeper. Try and maintain this long spine, tall, relaxing hips. 2 more breaths. Last breath. On your inhale, rise. Now, exhale, we're going to extension of the spine, we're going to flex the spine. So remove your prop if you have one. Round your spine. Your lumbar spine is rounded, lower back, thoracic spine rounded, cervical spine. Maybe you're up high, perhaps the head comes lower. 2 more breaths. Two more breaths. Exhale for 5. Inhale, rise and try and create this tall spine. Just a couple breaths. Bring yourself back to belly in, sternum up, back of your neck up, knees out. And then inhale, draw your knees in. Exhale, extending the legs out. Moving up again. Once again, perhaps you have blocks. So it's inhale and then exhale to chaturanga rather than this quick inhale, exhale. So you want to try and do this with control. Blocks are great, creates extension of your arms across your legs. Inhale, perhaps you lift. That's the inhale, it's a pause. Exhale, just bend your elbows back to chaturanga. Just do whatever you can. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest through, shoulders back. Exhale to down dog. Bend knees. Jumping hips to ceiling, perhaps through in time. Double back bends. So inhale here. Exhale onto your back. Bend knees. Feet hip width apart, so heel and palm out. Your feet are parallel to each other. Now, as you raise your use, you can get your legs shortly. Your glutes are naturally engaged. It's going to be a drawing of your lower sacrum inward. So you want to internally rotate the thighs in against your glutes to create a widening of your lower back and draw your belly in, create a lengthening of your lumbar. You can place your hands underneath the whole mat, right? So inhale, raise your hips, use your legs, internally rotate, glutes are naturally engaged, belly's engaged. You can grab your mat, extend up, place your fingers, draw your shoulder blades in, 4 more breaths. Feet nice and flat. Outside edge of your feet parallel, if that's available. 1 more breath, inhale. Release your hands and exhale, gently lower down your upper, your middle, your lower back. Take a breath. We'll do 2 more back bends. Repeat that 2 more times. Or you can bring your hands beside your ears and gently rise onto your head for 5 breaths. But your head is light, so work on your hands. Or perhaps you rise both hands and feet. Or repeat. Make a choice. Prepare. Get ready. And inhale, legs first, perhaps on your head lightly, perhaps on your shoulders. Your head is light. Elbows are in. 3 more breaths. When you're on your shoulders on the first version or having a rest.
Another breath here. And exhale to your chin, lower your shoulders, and gently lower down. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more back bend. Take another breath. Inhale. Side, go deeper or shallower. We'll take a rest. Inhale, prepare, so bring your hands by your waist or beside your ears, elbows to the ceiling, nothing out. Inhale into your pose. Exhale for one. Four more breaths. Exhale for four. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Put your chin to your chest, on your shoulders. Gently lower your back, upper, middle, lower back. Hands to your knees, extend your knees away. Full breath. Traction your spine. Put hands onto your knees and gently, knees to your chest. Full breath. Hands under your knees. Rock and roll, just comfortably seated. Little rolls here. Or just comfortably seated. Asana. So, forward fold, so you can close the back bend. Sitting on a blanket perhaps. Nice and tall. Exhale, fold. You're welcome to bend knees here and come to a level fold. Or you can go forward fold, blankets, wide into the rotational thighs, so knees to ceiling. 6 more breaths. Heart forward, back in, neck long, chin neutral. Inhale, rise. Exhale back to Dandasana. Move the prop. Come to shoulder stand or running. So if you come to shoulder stand, your upper spine, your lowest cervical spine is pushing into the floor. You have a blanket 2 or 3. Otherwise, come back down to running. So on your exhale, come on your back, maybe a block under your hips. Feet to the ceiling, or Timinowicz, supported shoulder stand, so lifting feet, hands to the small of your back, opening shoulders, gazing up. A light internal rotating of your thighs, and lifting lightly of your feet to the ceiling, and adjusting of the hands. Arm bend, going tall on it. You've got a block, just balancing your ankles on your hips, your knees can be bent. Feel like you're working on a block. Bend the knees slightly. Come to Halasana. So inhale, plow pose. Exhale, bring your feet over your head. Keep your hands on the small of your back, your feet don't touch the floor. Touch the floor, you can release your hands, lift hips, walk shoulder blades in. You say that they have left your breath. Your heart broke when the party died. Inhale. So come up in Dandasana, so ear pressure pose. Bring your knees onto your forehead, or beside your ears. Point the toes. Keep your hands on the small of your back, your feet under the floor. Relax here, don't force it. Your spine is so wide and your heels are so high. You can't cry, get your glide rags on and let's sing along. placing the hands on the floor, palms down, releasing. We meet the people back in, those on the block. Remove your block, your head block, and then straightening your legs or bending your knees and extending out. Coming to this variation of Matsuyasa fish, putting your hands into the elbows. Counter pose to the shoulder stand. Inhale, get your head back, and your head on the floor. If you struggle to get your head on the floor, move your hands more towards your ankles. Engage your quadriceps, engage belly, and have the elbows lighter. 3, 2 more breaths. Putting your elbows on the floor. Inhale, lift, look forward. Exhale onto your back. Raise your hands over your head back to facing backwards. Inhale, raise your hands to the ceiling. Seated. Vinyasa, just a down dog. So inhale, cross your legs. Maybe use your hands, or you use your blocks. Pull through. That's inhale. Exhale, back to chaturanga. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Exhale to a downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Sit onto your heels. Your prep for headstand. If you have a headstand practice, go there. If you haven't, we'll do nice prep working on the shoulders. So headstand is not weight on your head. Your head's about 10% of your body. It's 6-8 kilos. We put on our head, we put all the rest of the weight, so we're a supported headstand. So just observing quickly. So if I am, in a headstand, my head is light. I'm not dumping my weight. So those in the headstand, you want to create a lightness in your head. The rest of us are going to be working on your shoulders. So bring your elbows to the floor. You can grab your elbows just to get the distance, don't have them too wide or too narrow. Release, interlace your fingers. Your lower finger, tuck it under. Your headstand practice, so you go there. Otherwise, tuck your toes under and your head will be off the ground. So when you exhale, it tips to the ceiling. Open your shoulders. So sort of open your armpits, I should say, as you internally rotate your forearms to the floor. Exhale for 3. At any time, come to child's pose next. Stay here, or inhale, bring your chin over to your thumbs. Then exhale, lift hips to the ceiling as your forearms rotate to the floor. Inhale to your chin to thumbs. Exhale, open armpits, chest towards your thighs. Inhale, move your chin to your thumbs. Exhale for 3, open armpits, chest to thighs. Inhale 4. Exhale. Once again, open armpits, forearms. Inhale. Exhale. Hold for 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. 2. 3. 2 more breaths in each child's pose. Exhale 4. If you happen to be in a headstand, gently with control make your way down. And everyone else, lowering your knees, sitting on heels. Come to child's pose. Broaden your shoulders, reach with your hands forward. Come to observing your breath. The inhale, the expanding of the chest, the ribs, the shoulder blades, lower abdomen is lightly drawn in. And on the exhale, there's a relaxing, surrendering, collapsing in those areas. Last breath. Exhale. Inhale, rise onto your hands and knees. To a plank. Exhale. Extend your head forward, heels back. And the next exhale, chaturanga. inhale to an upward facing dog today. Exhale to a downward facing dog. Walk your feet in, seated. And come to Shavasana, resting onto your back. Place a blanket over you, maybe bend your knees, bolster under your knees. Your hands beside your waist. Slowly rotate, open your shoulders so your biceps lightly roll out. The forearms and your palms open to the ceiling because of the opening of the shoulders rather than the wrists. If your legs are straight, just relax your hips and naturally allow your feet to flop out. And a nice smooth inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, gently exhale here in this corpse pose, this resting position. And one more time, inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, soft, smooth, exhale. Just allow the shape you've created to be. I'll be back with you shortly. If you're at home and wish to stay longer in Shavasana, that will mean stay another 5 or 10 minutes. Nice smooth breath. No more engaging of the belly, controlling the throat. Eyes closed if that's comfortable. Stay longer. Keep lying down. You ready? Attention to your hands and feet. Mix the movements in your fingertips and toes. Your ankles and your wrists. Close your hands over your head for inhale and stretch. If you choose to hug your knees in, have a twist, a bend or a stretch if you need a want. Ready, make your way up to a seat position so you're nice and tall. Continue laying down if you're at home and choose to. Seat position of your choice, lower abdomen in, using prayer position. Changing on to closed. Join in or listen. Wherever you are, take an exhale. Inhaling together. Samasta, Sino, beings everywhere, turning heavens. Namaste.
Thanks again for having me, and remember to subscribe to John's Gym YouTube channel if you enjoy this. Have a lovely day and see you next time. Thank you.